Hey, what's up, beginner trading family? Okay, so I should be back in a few minutes. I'm just getting ready, making my coffee. If you're interested in using these scanners and checking out trade ideas, super dynamic. Super. Super dynamic, customizable scanners. The great thing about Trade Ideas is it's really easy to create your own scans around the different strategies you are using. And so it definitely has a ton of value in the market. If you're interested in checking them out, there is the link in the chat. Go check them out, and I'll be back in a few minutes after I'm done making my coffee. All right, guys. So let us go ahead and look at some of these stocks that are moving today. We have, for the first one I'm really watching, we have MLNT here, making some pretty big volume pushes. You can see. So if you didn't catch the stream yesterday, let's see what I made. So I ended up ending the day slightly up in my account. Slightly up. And I was definitely losing after commissions. But in gross profits, I was slightly up. You can see I recorded the video, but I never really had time yesterday. I never had time to make a video yesterday. We've got some stuff going on. Here's the video if you want to watch it really quick. But yeah, I did end the day up, at least in gross profits yesterday. Like I said, I'm definitely down in net profits after yesterday. But let me see if it'll let me mute it. There we go. But I did actually finish the day up in gross profits. And so I could consider that a green day, but I'm probably going to go ahead and just consider it a red day. And my green streak was effectively ended yesterday. Now, I still fought back. I was down like $100 when the stream ended. And so I still fought back a decent amount and compensated a lot for those first few initial losses. But I still would feel a little dishonest if I said I was green yesterday because, again, like, look, you can see what I ended. I ended it up $2.50 or $2.50 is what I ended the day. So, like I said, I'd feel a little dishonest if I was trying to play that off as a green day, you know. So yeah, there it is. You can see $2.50 right here. This is the video from yesterday. $250. Or $2.50 is what I ended the day up. And you can see in my TEFS account, that is, I'm still down after how much I traded. I am still down right around $60 to $70 yesterday after commissions. And so it was definitely cheaper than that $100 loss plus commissions. And so I probably, took the loss in half, but it was still technically a red day yesterday. Yeah, MLNT is looking okay here for sure. Let me fix this chart so you guys can see what I mean. There we go. So yeah, look at MLNT here, and I can see if it's tradable or not, but it's doubtful. No. AXTA is tradable. MLNT is not. Roku is. AMD is. X is. Snap is. STM is. CRWD is. CGC is. So most of the stuff on my watch list is tradable today. But MLNT is not. But AXTA is. And so I can trade AXTA. And so I did get a message from Two-Way saying that they have a Fed meeting today. A Fed meeting today up until, I don't know. And I'll be back, guys. I'm going to finish getting my kids ready, and I'll be back. All right, guys. So, sorry, running a little bit late today. Getting started a little bit late, it seems. What's up, Sid, Scott? Yeah, man, I'm definitely watching AXTA. If you look here, not a bad little move here. I gotta find my headphones. I don't know what I did with my headphones, but yeah, AKTA AX or AXTA looks especially interesting. AKTX looks good. SPHS looks pretty good. AMD looking really good. Roku looking good. Snap all up. Or Snap isn't. CRWD's up. STM. CRON and CGC. So we got some options today. Like I said, if you didn't catch it earlier, I did make somewhat of a comeback yesterday. I ended the day up $2.50, but I'm not going to try to be misleading and pretend like my green streak is still going on, because even though I ended it up in $2.50 in gross profits, I was definitely still down in my account in net profits. Like you can see here, I lost about $60 on the day. I think so, roughly $60, and so the green streak is effectively over. But that honestly gives me a little bit less pressure. Look at MLNT really run here. We're gonna start looking up some news in a minute. Mitch, you there, bro? I'll be right back. I gotta go get my headphones, so I'll be right back. Sorry, guys, I lost my headphones. Apparently, I don't know where my headphones are. What's up, Mitch? Hey, bro, can you hold it down until I find my headphones, man?
No stress, man. I got you.
All right. All right, guys, we got Mitch here.
What's going on? How we doing, everybody? Good morning, traders.
Oh wait, hold up, bro. It's not showing up. Let me set it for desktop audio to show up here. Hold on 1 second.
All right. Mayo, who that is?
I don't think they can hear you. Hold on. Nah.
I'm talking to myself.
Okay. Oh wait. Okay, now you should be good. Say something.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
How we doing, everybody?
All right. Yeah, you're good, bro. I'll be right back.
All right. Good morning, good morning. All right, can you guys hear me now? You guys should be able to hear me. If anything, I'll turn up my mic a little bit here. See if it'll help a little bit. There you go. What's going on? Who get this? Looking at that NIO. All right. I'm going to be looking at LJPC. All right, guys. This is multiple day support hold here right underneath. You got 939s. Going to be watching this one to see if it's going to try to hold and get some volume again, or if we're going to get a breakdown to the support and come right back down to the shadow. And NIO, I definitely could see a bounce in there. This is a stock that's been hit on the daily chart since March. Why won't it show me pre-market charts? I think Webull, you can't trade pre-market. I'm not really sure. John is definitely an expert in Webull compared to me. I mean, I haven't traded on Webull, so when he comes back, I'll go ahead and ask him that question, Nick. So everybody else, how's everybody? Scott checking out ATX, SPH, SPHS. Those are some famous ones. Definitely some known runners. We also got AXTA.
All right. I think I got it working. Let's see. Say something, Mitch. I just got to make it so it comes up on my headphones now. All right. So Mitch said there's a big rip in the spy. I think I got it working now, though. Test, test. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Huguetes. Uh, Webull better for long-term trades or swing trades than day trades, but hey, power to you, man. If you can do day trades on Webull, then go ahead and continue doing them. Now, if you run into issues, that's why we're talking about that. It's a more focus towards swing trades and long term trading.
Right. And I honestly think it's much better. I think
I've
Webull
seen
has a.
John do some day trades on Webull.
Oh, I'm muted, man. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. So Webull is actually a previous sponsor of mine. And I think I'll be probably trading on them a little bit more in the next week. But Webull is especially good. Okay, so I'll put it this way. If I'm being honest, like I said, they're currently not a sponsor of mine. They were in the past, but they're currently not. And so I'm being honest about all of this stuff when I say it. But Webull is really good for pre-market and extended hours trading because number one, on Webull, you do not need a margin account to trade in pre-market. I remember I have videos on it. I deposited like $100 and I could trade in pre-market with $100 with some of these big crazy parabolic moving penny stocks. They also have really good charting for your smartphone. And so Webull's good for a lot of different ways. I actually prefer Webull over Robinhood in some aspects of it. Obviously, Robinhood has options trading, which makes them really beneficial for that. But Webull definitely has its uses as well. Like I said, specifically pre-market and extended hours trading if you have a very small account. You can actually trade in pre-market and extended hours without needing a margin account, which a lot of brokers are going to make you have a margin account to do it. SPHS. Okay, so let's go ahead and break down some news here.
All right. Before you jump into the news, just want to really answer that question. We got a question from Manuel.
Okay.
What's a swing trade?
Swing trade is.
Technically a trade that you put in intraday market and you're going to sell it either in the AM or in the following days. Some traders will actually swing trade just from the close to the open.
So
But essentially, you're trying to do a short-term trade that's not an intraday trade. Um, some people consider swing trades to just be one or a few days. Some people can even swing trade for up to weeks at a time.
right. Swing trading is just very short term trading, but not day trading. So like swing trading, I think the time frame is from like two days to like a week or two tops. Anything past that isn't really swing trading. So swing trading is like the shortest form of non-day trading. Trying to think of the best way to put it. Right, the shortest form of non-day trading. You know.
It's like technically trading. But when we technically trade, we usually technically trade on a short-term basis. And swing trading is kind of starting to trade more on that long-term basis based on technicals.
Yeah.
When you go into long-term trading usually combines not only technicals but fundamentals.
Right. Yeah, it's just and I we had a plumber at my house yesterday or the day before. And one thing I was really explaining to him, he was a trader. He was looking at my monitors and You know, he called me his hero, you know, because I had this YouTube channel, and he's like really into forex. And one of the things I was explaining to this dude was that the shorter the shorter time frame, you know, trading, the less likely you are going to be successful. And this is something that everybody needs to understand, is that if you are trying to make a go at specifically day trading and really swing trading as well, then the odds are stacked against you. And I am just being completely real about that. It is the shorter the term of trading, the harder it is, and the less likely you will be successful. And so I guess I'm just trying to prepare everybody here, if you are a new trader, that it may be an uphill battle. And you're probably going to lose. You're almost guaranteed to lose when you first get started. And so just have reasonable expectations for it. I mean, it's obviously possible. It is obviously possible. But, again, it is the shorter the term of trading, the harder it actually is, and the less likely it is that you'll succeed. And that is just me being real about it. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just extremely tough, and it takes a long time. You know, the easiest form of investing is just long-term, you know, Warren Buffett investing. You know, finding healthy companies, buying them, and holding them for 10 years. You are almost guaranteed to make money that way. Almost guaranteed to make money that way. And again, the shorter the time frame in trading, the harder it actually is, the less likely you'll succeed. Yeah, man, it was fun. Get out of here, Mitch. But no, it was cool. It was like he saw my monitors and he came over here and he was like, "What are these for?" And I was like, "Yeah, I run a YouTube channel and I day trade stocks." And he was like, "What?" He was like, "I love trading."
It's like the internet guy when he comes over now.
Yeah, man. They're all into it. I mean, I got a cool setup. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm trying. I guess it's a subtle brag.
Oh, I
Maybe not so
mean,
subtle.
for anyone that's used a computer, when they see our setups, they're like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 what's
Right,
going on
man.
here?"
Right, man. They're like, "What are you doing over there, man?" You know, they think I work at NASA or something.
Yeah, especially, our computers are not even the quietest. If you hear them on, it's
Right.
like a jet plane.
Yeah, yesterday mine sounded like a rocket ship blasting off. It literally got louder and louder. But no, like it's fun. It's funny because let's be honest here. Having a bunch of charts up makes you look really, really smart. And so when somebody sees like a million charts up on your screen, they think you're like a stock trading prodigy. You know, when really it's like sometimes I lose terribly. You know, but it's fun because, like I said, it kind of makes you look smart. You can kind of humble
Yeah, that's
brag
how
about
it
it and be like,
is.
yeah. All right. So let's look up some news now. We got MLNT. I'll go ahead and look up that one for MLNT here. We got MLNT said that the FDA accepts applications for treatment of community-acquired bacterial pneumonia. So bacterial pneumonia, a developer of antibiotics. So their antibiotic D-lafloxacin for priority review.
That was a good one.
Hey man, hey bro, I killed that one, man. Don't hate.
Let me hear it again. Let me hear it again.
D-lafloxacin.
Yes.
Killing it, man. Flexing on people with my reading skills. Don't hate.
Lexicon. Some of that stuff.
All right. So FDA accepted its supplemental new drug application for review, for priority review with the FDA, and that's what's going on for MLNT. I think this one may be up a little bit. I think it's probably getting pumped up. It is a priority review. It's a legitimate catalyst, but I mean, at this point, this thing's up over 100%, and so we'll see what happens. Next one we got is SPHS. SPHS. For this one, so SPHS is Sophirus Bio, and they received positive feedback from the European Medicines Agency regarding the Phase 3 localized prostate cancer clinical trial design. And so that's what's going on for SPHS. I have no idea what that really means, but Phase 3 trials were localized for localized prostate cancer clinical trial design. Man, if that's not a run-on sentence, I've never heard of one. Let's see what else we get here. We also have... Honestly, we got a lot of these high-cap stocks running up. We got X here, US Steel, that's up some. We got CRWD gapping up. We got Roku with the green day yesterday. We got STM moving here. And so we got some options here. Let's go ahead and look at the top stocks that are moving. We also have... Oh, AXTA. I don't think I went over AXTA. We got AXTA. Honestly, it's kind of a narrow range, though. I guess I get a little bit worried about acquisition buyout stuff, but no, maybe not. This one, I don't think so. All right, so the company said it's reviewing strategic options, including a possible sale. So kind of like, that's kind of what's going on with that one. And so, yeah, let me know your main watches today. All right, so MLNT is looking strong, and I'm gonna have to start trading some penny stocks up in here one day, pretty soon. I am gonna have to start getting in some penny stocks. Should be fun. Mitch, I'm looking at that GIF you just sent me. Yep. What's up, Felix? What's up, man? What's up, Jeremiah? Good morning, my cargo. What's up, bro? MGI could not get above. Yeah, money.
You like that one, John? Check out that one.
Yeah. You got Steph Curry up in here, man. That's
oh
right.
man.
Never heard of them, Derek, honestly. And I'll put it this way though, I'm not really a investor / fundamental analysis guy. I'm almost solely technical analysis. I look at catalysts to see how legitimate they are, mostly because I'm a short bias trader. And if they're not legitimate and it's overextended, I might look to short it. But with all that out of the way, I mean, I'm mostly just technical analysis guy. I'm mostly just looking at technicals. My two biggest levels that I typically watch in charts are the previous day's closing price and the pre-market high. I think when I'm trading gaps specifically, those two levels have a lot of sway over the overall market. And so I think it makes sense. So, I think it's something that traders should understand, is that previous day's closing price is such a huge, significant level. It really is. It's a massive level. And if you think about why the previous day's close is so important, then you look at a chart and you understand that, like, when a stock breaks that previous closing price, it's essentially going red to green or green to red. A washout long red to green move, whatever you want to call it, is typically when the stock either breaks the high of the day or breaks above that previous day's closing price after opening below it. And so you get red to green moves like that, and a lot of other traders are watching for those levels, and so they're in turn pretty significant levels. Yeah, I'm looking at the cannabis plays today. We got CRON. We got CGC. You know what's crazy though, guys? I got to go back to my mother-in-law's today for like a week or for like a month. Back to like honestly, I did a speed test for my internet this morning and I'm running at like 700 megabytes per second. My upload speed's like 40 megabytes per second, which is ridiculously good as well. Only like 9 ping, and so I have to kiss that goodbye and go to my mother-in-law's house with 3 megabytes
Nah,
per
man,
second
just call
download speed.
Comcast. Tell them that you're moving, and then that you decided to move back after that.
Honestly, here's the thing though. Like when I first was trying out my stream at my mother-in-law's, her and my wife actually offered to upgrade her internet plan because they knew I was streaming and they knew that if I'm staying at their house I need good internet because seriously, like her her wired connection is way worse than my wireless connection. Like literally terrible internet over there.
So
Um,
it's all good. You're on that AOL.
No, it's what it is. It's AT&T Uverse, which is
Oh,
ridiculously slow, and they make you pay for the data. Like if you go over a certain amount, they make you pay extra for it. Which I have Comcast, and Comcast, I have my issues with Comcast, but I keep them for internet because their internet's ridiculously fast. It's like the best internet around here. We don't have Google. We do not have Google Fiber over here.
yeah. The only other options like CenturyLink.
Yeah, that's a waste of time though. Comcast, I have my issues with them specifically over their cable and their contracts and raising prices on your contracts for Comcast, and they kind of have a monopoly out here, so we never got Google Fiber out here. But their internet is pretty fast. I have the gigabit plan, and I pay for 1,000 megabytes per second. It's like $100, $120 a month. So their internet's pretty cheap, but their cable sucks, in my opinion. No offense. I'm not shorting Comcast, by the way.
uh,
All right. So,
all
we
right.
got about 6 minutes. Also, guys, go check out Trade Ideas. Like I said, super dynamic, customizable scanners allow you to do a lot of different stuff. Really make my morning much, much easier with this. And so, if you want to check them out, go check out Trade Ideas. I'll post that link here as well. Like I said, the cool thing about Trade Ideas is that you can actually build scanners around your different strategies. And so, there's the link in the chat if you want to go check them out. Go check out Trade Ideas, help support the channel. Super customizable scanners. Like I said, you can build your own scans around different strategies, and I will be making a video about that. We got RIO, we got NIO. Some people talking about NIO. What's Bitcoin at?
Bitcoin's getting up there.
Is it back up? I know it dropped a little bit yesterday. So yeah, Bitcoin's at 9,100. So it's down a little bit from its highs, but it is up there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get everything rolling here. Am I waiting for the Federal Reserve news? No, I know it comes out at like 2 today, right? So we might get a little bit low volume. Two-way kind of reminded us about that we might get a little bit lower volume because of the Fed meeting until 2. But, I mean, we'll still see.
One definitely keep an eye on that ripped out yesterday was IOVA, now up there at 2240.
No, VA. Yep. That one looks okay. AMD dropping some here. You know what's crazy is that the laptop I'm gonna buy. Honestly, Mitch, I am gonna. You sent me one of those that ROG Zephyrus, Ryzen 7 processor with 16 gigs of RAM from AMD for the Republic of Gamers laptop. And so I'll probably end up buying that one. It's like $1,100. I'm probably gonna buy that one. And so I think it's kind of ironic that I'm always shorting AMD, but I'm buying a computer with one of their processors in it.
That's how it is, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, no hard feelings. I like AMD. I think AMD is the future of processors. Really, I think them
Yeah.
and Intel. You know.
I think it's just sometimes it gets too expensive, you know?
Right. But it's super dynamic processors, really groundbreaking processors, really. I think in a few years they're definitely going to have Intel on the run. Right now, it's just the price, but I think they're gonna, they're gonna make it work.
I believe so also. I mean, I think definitely technology is the strongest sector for the next decade or two.
I am around 30. T. I'm around 30. Mitch, I think, is a little bit under 30, right? Mitch is like
Yep.
28, something like that.
28. Yeah. But don't get me wrong. I'm still acting like I'm 21.
Yeah, me too. 100%. It's even worse. Yeah, I'll put it this way. It's even worse when you have kids. You know, like we went to Chuck E. Cheese yesterday, and I had so much fun there. I won so many tickets. I had a load of fun at Chuck E. Cheese. We go play laser tag. I'm marking everybody in laser tag. I don't care what anybody says. So,
Oh man, you would love it here. Uh, I go to this bar called One Up. It's just like old school arcade games,
it
and then a bar. It's like perfect.
sounds like fun.
Here's play some Pac Man.
Yeah. Honestly, that's my favorite place to go. Like Dave and Buster's. You know.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got a minute and 30 seconds. A minute 30 seconds.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's see what we got here today.
I was kind of young when I had kids. It worked out though, Kids will give you a drive that not much else will. So it worked out. Yeah, MLNT, I'm definitely watching that one as well. AXTA is actually tradable for, so I'm keeping an eye on that one too. All right, guys, we got about a minute left. You work for DNB. What is DNB? CGC. Yeah. All right, guys. Less than a minute. Let's do this. Oh, Dave and Buster's? Oh, nice, man. Dave and Buster's is super fun. Honestly, Dave and Buster's has really good food. Really good food. I'll give them credit. I like Dave and Buster's food. All right, guys. We got 10 seconds. Let's do this.
All right, we'll be watching also ANF.
All right, there's the bell. Let's do this. All right, so like I said, the green streak is effectively over yesterday. The green streak is effectively over. It was a fun ride. I made it 17 days in a row. Longest green streak ever for me. All right, so we got CRWD dropping here. We got AMD pushing up. We got AXTA, pretty narrow range thus far. We got X, not moving too much. So we got some options here. AMD spiking up though. All right, here, guys. So keeping an eye on AMD. We got a big push up and a big flush here. I think AMD is going to get kind of weak right here, honestly. We might get a moving average crossover here as well, and I might take it if we do get it with a small size here. No, we're not. I think AMD is going to get really weak here, though. I'm not really getting a signal except for a low at the daybreak. It's kind of a green to red move, but I think it's going to get really weak and test the $0.50. Unless it starts to get choppy, but I think that's what we're going to get. Let me fix this here. My charts are getting too big. We got Roku that's really spiking up here, guys. Roku really spiking up. Yeah, there's AMD getting weak, like I said. Man, my computer is lagging here. Great. There we go. Sheesh. Sorry, guys. I don't know what was going on with my computer. It was lagging a little bit. All right. So we got AMD super weak. Like I said, I kind of called this one out on AMD. I called this weakness out. I kind of the reason I noticed it was weak is because it just quickly reversed there, and the SPY's doing a very similar thing. So now with AMD, I will look for a pullback to the VWAP though. I'm gonna move this moving average now. I'm not gonna take a moving average play. It's a little bit too late for it. But I will look for a fade. It's setting up pretty nicely for a fade, actually. And if it gets up to 64, I could consider a fade with a risk level of 70. So about a 6 cent risk on that one. Probably use a few hundred shares. Look to get, a much larger reward from it. And that's if we get a pullback here, though. And so my risk level would be about 70, 75 maybe. And so we'll see. Same thing with AXTA if we get a pullback there. Same thing with CGC really. It just depends. I think I would probably use 70 as my risk here for. Alright, we are getting a big spike up on AMD. I'm going to short it. Small size. 100 shares. See if we just get a quick flush back down. Build up a little bit of cushion on the day. Very quick move. Don't mind scaling back into this one for AMD. I didn't want to miss it, so I just took 100 shares. But we are getting a really nice flush here. Honestly, kind of kicking myself. Really should have took some larger share size with this one. But I could scale into a little bit more if it gets up to like 62 here. It's already effectively broken down though. That's the problem. Nah, missed most of it for AMD. Unfortunate. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more here. See if I can get a bounce back up here for AMD, and then I'm going to try to add a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so I added another 100 shares, and I'm just going to look to continue to scale into AMD up until 62, 63. We'll see if we get it. What's my risk here? Alright, so I'm in at 58, which isn't terrible. About 4 cents away from the VWAP. Don't mind adding some more to it if it can get up a little bit higher. For AMD specifically. Sorry, let me fix this.
Looking to get into EMPH here for a VWAP fade.
There's a flush down to 48 here for AMD. Kind of wish I would have taken a little bit more sizing, but I'll give it some time. I'm going to let this one work. See if we can add some more up to 61. But beautiful fade here. All right. That's my cue to take some off. Just took half off there for AMD. Just a really nice breakdown. Very quick trade.
Tried to get in there CGC. Nice fade there. Wanted 42.20s, but it immediately faded away.
All right, so that's a $30 gain for AMD. Just a quick trade. Only 200 shares.
No fill for EMPH either.
Wanted to get in with a little bit more sizing there. Look at CGC's fade too. Wow.
I know. Man. I tried to get in that one.
Ah.
Missed that one.
SPY's dropping really nicely for us too. All right, so that's one trade. So another green trade today. I'll take it, but definitely missed out on.
Yeah, that's CGC. Should have nailed that one.
AMD was one of those instant green trades that you get once every blue moon, just immediately green. And honestly, it's breaking down pretty nice here too. Look at Snap. Snap might be setting up, and I might even take a few here. Fix my charting. It looks a little crazy now. There we go. Look at AMD breakdown. Maybe I should have held a little bit more, but I mean, it was such a small size that.
Did get filled in EMPH for 1 cent. Good VWAP fade there again.
You ruined my lead-in, Mitch.
Oh,
I was going to say, speaking of small size, if anybody's interested in using TradeNet, the same broker that Mitch and I are using, go check them out, and I'll post that link here as well. Like I said, you can use pretty small sizing on TradeNet. One of the ways I can use 1 or 200 shares is because my commissions for this last trade were most likely less than $5 or $6. So extremely cheap commissions. There's no PDT rule with their funded account, and for less than $400, you get 14,000 in buying power. Like I said, no PDT rule. Pretty cheap commissions if you use small sizing, a trading course, and access to their trading chat room. Like I said, for less than $400. You could also short anything that's tradable, so you could actually short stocks with them, and there's a lot of huge benefits to using them. If you're interested in checking them out, I'll post the link here to sign up, and then I'm also going to post a walkthrough video of them where I really do break down their pros and cons if anybody's interested. And so this is the walkthrough video I'm including in the chat now. And like I said, I do break down their pros and cons here.
well, that was a big miss there on EMPH.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kicking myself for getting out of AMD a little bit early.
Oh my god.
Oh, for sure. And so just to put it into perspective, it's very similar to a prop firm with TradeNet and TEFs. So they keep 70. Look at Roku, Mitch. Roku is setting up right there for VWAP fade. So it's like a prop firm. So they keep 70 or they keep 30% of your profits and you keep 70%. And there's a max loss of $700. And so I do want to put that into perspective. It's very similar to a prop firm. But at the same time, you know, they're giving you 14,000 in buying power and there's no PDT rule. And so they're giving you the buying power. There's a $700 max loss, but like I said, you're only paying $400 for the package. And so you're getting a little bit extra to lose. And I think it makes sense, and it's just a much cheaper option. I think most new traders end up, you know, depositing thousands into a conventional broker, and then most of the time they end up losing that. But with TradeNet, if you lose it, which I think most people are going to lose their TradeNet funded account as well, you're only down that $400. Oh no, for sure, 100% Wheel. I get it, man. You're probably correct. No stress, bro. Look at Snap, Mitch, and look at CGC. CGC's right back up there.
Yeah.
It's squeezing up a little bit too much for CGC though.
I'm gonna hesitate out of that. I already hesitated on CGC. I'm not gonna take the second fade.
If AMD gets up to 48, I'll consider it with the risk of 62. So about 14-cent risk. I mean, the CGC one, I don't think the second one was that bad. Roku wasn't bad too. And like what we're getting here right now is we're getting the SPY rebounding some. Yeah, Roku set up nicely for a fade. Yeah, that's the same one. Goroff. Oh, my bad. I put this walkthrough twice. Let me remove that. There we go. Yeah, AMD, I'm kicking myself a little bit. So I basically rode down this AMD trade. I got in at like what, 60 or no, I got in at 58 was my entry and I sold at 42. And so I sold it down here. So I mean, I took most of it, but about half of it, but it is what it is. We're getting CGC back up there now. I am going to consider that one. Roku faded really nicely here as well.
Yeah, home run miss on EMPH. Easy fade there. Could have easily made 30, 40 cents.
What do you think about Snap here, Mitch? Check out Snap. I like the risk reward with Snap too. And it's a pretty tight range. Is this my coffee? I think it is.
It's not too bad. I just think it has a daily pullback. It could hold in the 1450s. But
yeah,
that pullback.
I like
33 or 1450.
I like Roku here too. If you can get back up there, CGC, I'm kind of torn with it now. The problem with CGC really here is that if it breaks 22 or 21, then it's putting in a higher high. I like Snap a little bit better in Roku. No, you're probably right with CGC. If AMD gets up there, you know, you're starting to get a little bit better risk reward. Alright, so yeah, CGC red to green move here, which might be interesting, but CGC squeezing up. It looks like it's going to pull a red to green move. Yep. Roku was a nice one too, but some of the cannabis plays. I mean, if I want to put in a little bit larger gain, though. I mean, $30 is great and everything, but it's not what I'm really looking for here. So we're going to look for AMD to get up to like 45 and then use a 54 as my risk. So 9-cent risk. Cron and CGC both squeezing up, but there's the red to green move for CGC. You also could get AXTA here, but it's just about where to set risk. I'm guessing AXTA risk would be like 70, and so my risk would be 23 cents. And then it would be from, we'll just say 50 minus 3, so we got 50 down to at least, 50 down to at least 29, so that's at least, well, technically it's 47 cents, but with 23-cent risk, that is almost exactly 2 to 1. A little bit better than 2 to 1 by 1 cent. But pretty close to 2 to 1 for AXTA if it can get up to this 29.47 level. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm also kind of looking at AMD here. If AMD can get back up to the VWAP at 40, I might consider it with a risk of like 52, 53, so 14 cents. And then a reward level from 40 down to 10 for a 30-cent reward. So that's kind of what I'm looking at now with AMD. We'll see what we get here. If I do take AMD, it's probably going to be 100 shares or so pretty small size. My risk is only about 12 cents. Snap got up there too and faded really nicely. STM as well. STM maybe.
I'm liking AEO here, but it needs to get to 1760. So I could risk off as 66, 20 cent.
All right, AMD is up to 30. Like I said, I'll consider it. I also got to look at the SPY here and be a little bit more weary of the SPY. All right, so we got AMD here. Like I said, goal for AMD is to see if we can get up to here. I was going to maybe consider adding 100 shares and then adding some more at 30 here, but it looked like it might fade a little bit too soon. We also have X here that could be a VWAP bounce. CGC could be a VWAP bounce as well. So we'll see. All right, AXTA. Like I said, not looking too shabby here. Up to 22s. May take 50 shares or so with AXTA. Try to slowly scale into this one. Up to 40. There's 24s, 27s. Yeah, I'm going to add 50 shares here. Oh my gosh, I got filled. Unfortunate. I was trying to add 50 shares and then scale in here. We'll see if it works and gives me a little bit of green, but wanted more. Gonna have to add 150 to this one to try to make it work now. Just bad feel. I was trying to get in at 22, 23, and it just dropped really quickly before I was able to jump into it. So I'm gonna minimize this, try to take a few trades at once here. Alright, well I can add some more back. That's the, if I'm being positive about this one. Alright, so I added another 50 shares in with 100 shares now. My average is probably still pretty bad. Yeah, it's at 22 roughly. So I'd like to add a little bit more here because my average is rough. Try to get it with maybe a full sizing of, here we go. Alright, so I added a little bit more, but we're getting a pretty big squeeze up here. But full sizing is 150 for this one now. What is my average here? It's 25, so it's not a terrible average, but we obviously want to see it drop a little bit more. At least I got a little bit of profit on this trade. I can probably add some more to it if it can get back up there to 40 or so. We're at 32. We also got Roku pulling back to the VWAP, and what we're really getting here is the SPY doing it as well. So the SPY is bouncing back here.
Yeah, huge miss today on that ENPH. That was a 40-cent fade.
Yeah, man. It sucks. What I've been noticing, the first few fades have been working much better lately, at least for me.
Yeah, I had the order out there at 90. It got there on the ask, just not the bid, and then flushed down immediately to 1870.
All right, so I'm in with 200 shares now. Risk level of 62, roughly, for AXTA. Maybe should have sat on my gain here, but it's okay. Don't mind it. Yeah, risk of about 62, 63. But the SPY is bouncing back. Roku's bouncing back. Maybe I should have sat on my gains here, but it is what it is. I was up 30. I've been doing a little bit better active trading, so I don't mind. At the very least, I built up some profits in my account through that. We got Roku up here too. Roku would have to use a risk of 104 or so. We got 45s, 49s. See if that $50 holds and we get a rejection here. Roku's up there too. What's my entry here? My entry is roughly 30, so it's not that bad of an entry really. I do like this fade if we get one. Just needs to maintain under here and not rebound quick. Oh, there's the quick rebound.
Bang.
That's roughly my risk. There we go. A little bit better of a fade down to 39. Let's see, my entry is about 30. We'll see if we get the fade. It's setting up nicely for the fade here for AXTA, but we got to be careful. This one had rumors of a buyout, and so we'll see what we get. There's 37. It's not bad. See if we get a better flush. Only holding 300 shares, or 200 shares of this one. I usually stream for a few hours. Mostly, I don't know, 2 hours or so. 2 or 3 hours. Alright, so we're getting a squeeze up here. We'll see if it tests the $50. We want to see a rejection here, but we got to be careful because this is squeezing quick. I do like that rejection at the $50, but we'll see if it holds. A lot of times these are going to quickly bounce back here, back up to 50s. So we'll see. But a lot of these times these are going to quickly bounce back, like I said. I could also check out AMD here. Alright, we're back up to 50s. Still pretty small in the account. Alright, we got a nice little flush back down. Like I said, it bounced back up to 55, and that's back down. So we're getting a little bit of battle here. Let's hope it gets rejected. That's the ideal situation here, is if it gets rejected and really flushes down. There's 35s, 33s. We'll see if it maintains. I like it a little bit better now, though.
A nice fade there in QCOM and an MU.
AMD's back up there, too. We also got Roku. We're down to 34s, 33s, getting a lot better, closer to my average here, which is roughly just under 30.
Yep. You want to see if the SPY can get under 292.03. That should show the flush. If it holds that, it can get back above 292.72 and get in the bull side. Remember, it's still in a bullish pattern until it breaks at 292.
Is equity futures not traded in the U.S. markets? Kind of. I mean, equity futures is buying contracts on the future price of. That's all future means is contracts on the future price of something. Equity futures would just mean stock futures, I guess. I don't know. All right, so I do like this dip here for AXTA. What's up?
Cannabis looking strong.
Yeah, man. CGC bouncing.
ACB getting some good volume on the rip there. Cron holding bullish.
MLNT entry 520. Risk 570. Target 427. Yeah, your target's about 93 cents. Your risk is 50 cents. So almost 2 to 1. Not bad. All right, so we'll see what we get with AXTA here. Alright, so we're getting a little bit of a spike up here. I don't mind this one here, and I could add to it. My full sizing is 200 shares. I would have to use like this 54 level as my risk at this point. Maybe use, 59.60 as the risk level. But if it breaks this, it's looking much more bullish, and so I just got to be careful here, and just be on the lookout for a possible break of these highs. I did like it a lot when it got weak there, but if it starts to push up here, it breaks these highs. I got to be especially careful. AMD is fading a little bit here, but I got to be very, very careful of AXTA now.
Okay, MU looking good. QCOM looking good. So tech stocks should be good on the fade. Yeah, I like how AMAT faked out to the bullish side there. Should get a nice breakdown. I like AMAT.
Look at AMD fade here.
I could short there.
I don't know why you don't like AMD, man. Look at AMD fade. Look at the thing, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, you got to jump on the AMD bandwagon, bro.
I like the MU one also. QCOM. MU is pretty.
Yeah, MU is pretty.
Too bad, so sad.
All right, so ideally here, the big level now for this one on AXTA is this 28 level, which is right around break-even level for me, but that's not why. It has lots of confirmations at that 28 level, and so that's the level we want to see it break under. If it pushes up and breaks this 55 level, then we have to start getting a little worried about it and probably get out of it in that situation. So luckily, I had a nice green trade first of all, and so I'm still kind of break-even on the day. Very small day, but we'll have some fun with it. All right, there's 28s, 29s, or 48, 49s. See, I like the weakness, but as it gets up here, I'm starting to trust it less and less. We'll see if it holds or if it breaks, but as it starts to push up here, especially if it breaks that 55 level, I probably just need to get out of it. Battling the $0.50 right now. Obviously would love to see a flush, but it's looking kind of strong. Gonna give it time. Alright, so there's 52s, 53s, 54s. This is the level I gotta watch. Looking pretty strong here. Alright, so it's testing my risk. I like the flush. A little bit of confirmation in that risk. We'll see if it holds, though. I mean, I'm worried it's going to bounce off of that level. We'd love to see a rejection here, but it tested my risk. The SPY's kind of pushing up a little bit, and so not looking too hot for me. Alright, so it's right back at my risk level. Let it test, but looking pretty strong here. Do I make profit every day? No, I don't. I don't think anybody does. Alright, broke my risk. Got out. $31 gain. So keeping it pretty small today. And it looks like we're getting the SPY move up. Maybe I should have just held on to my AMD gains, but this is why I exit. You can see it's squeezing up to 64s now. So
Yep.
We'll see. We also have MU. I don't mind MU with a 24 risk if you can get up to 12. That's a 12-cent risk.
I think you get up there.
Problem is, I don't want the SPY to squeeze up.
Yeah, that's what you got to keep an eye on. What's your rejection? Yeah, you don't want to see it past that 292.69.
And I liked AXTA, but I think the SPY is starting to get especially bullish right now. Maybe I got faked out here with AXTA, but it went all the way up to 65, which is just well above my risk level. Oh no, we got click here back, man. Get out of here. Like, I don't know why he's here. His stuff doesn't last very long in this place, you know. All right, Kron. I mean, if Kron can get down to 1590s, I'll consider it. Same thing with well, CGC's kind of down there. Let me see. Because if this market's gonna be bullish, I don't mind, and I also like CGC here. I'm gonna take a very small position on CGC here, and then look to add to it as it comes down. Risk in this one can be maybe 35, but it's kind of a big risk. Maybe only risk 50 or so, so 12 cents. We also have MU here. Snap. I like Snap here, honestly. I think Snap put in a lot of resistance above it.
Oof. Nice reject on AMRM.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I'm regretting trading again. I was up $30 on the day. Now I'm down $30. So it is what it is. Kind of got to catch yourself sometimes when you make some dumb mistakes, and this was one of them.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not necessarily upset with my trading. I think AXTA was a reasonable fade. It just didn't work, you know, but a reasonable fade nonetheless. Next one I'm kind of looking at is MU. I'm already short. I'm already long going CGC. Kind of looking at MU here.
I like the HTC here. The
CGC getting
90s.
much better. We'll see if we get up to 80s. May take MU with like 50 shares here in case it does wash out and look to scale up into 50 or to up to 12. And with 50 shares of MU now. There's CGC getting back up there a little bit. We also have MU breaking down here. Alright, we got CGC, which is looking pretty strong. Gonna give it some time though. It's up to 14s. See if we get that high of the day break is what we really want to see here for CGC. I'm gonna go ahead and take half off since this is just 100 shares. Oh no, I bought 50 shares of it. CGC, great. Well, we'll see if we can get a little bit of a spike up here for it. Unfortunate, I accidentally added to my position, which is not what I wanted to do. Alright, I took half off of CGC. Still holding 75 left for the high of the day break. Here we go. See if we get a nice little flush up here. I'm going to go ahead and get out the rest of CGC. I like it. $28 gain. Still an MU. That took away most of my loss on the day. So kind of a break-even day really for me so far. Yeah, I got a little bit one on CGC too. Maybe should have held. Yeah, there's the breakout for CGC. Maybe I should have held, but like I said, I'm mostly a range-bound trader. It's something I went over the other day. I'm mostly a range-bound trader, so I'm mostly looking to just take advantage of the range. I'm not really much of a breakout trader, but this one did break out nicely. Probably should have taken that. Oh well. But I was able to, you know, get a decent little gain. Let's see what I'm looking like today. Today I've had 2 winning trades, 1 losing trade. Bigger loss on AXTA, so I think that's my mistake there. See what else we can get today. Still looking. Alright, so the plan right now with MU is that if MU can get up to 08, anywhere up to really the VWAP level here, then I'll add to it. If it doesn't, I'm just going to hold it for a little gain. All right, so we are getting a little bit of a push up here. I'm currently down only $5 on the day, and I'll slowly kind of get into MU here. Like I said, my average is roughly 0.2, and I don't really have a problem adding to this one as it goes up here. I don't mind it as a fade, and we'll see if we can get that. We also have X here that looks like a potential X that looks like a potential VWAP bounce, but we'll see. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm mostly a short bias trader, Sid. Almost solely short bias trader. All right, so I added a little bit more to this one. I'm in with 100 shares now on MU. It's right up to my level. My entry is 0.5. I do want to add a little bit more here. There we go, 150 shares, entry of 0.6.5, and so not bad. This is the big level here. Like I said, my risk in this trade is right up here to 24, so a very small risk. Kind of so-and-so day for me, though. Yeah, shorts. I mean, I like shorts much more. And I think the reason is because panic is a stronger emotion than hope is. You know, I think when stocks drop, they drop much quicker than they bounce. And at least in my opinion. And I just like shorts better. I think shorts act in a more obvious range and follow through back down in a more obvious way than longs do. But yeah, guys, go check out that link in the chat if you're interested in using the same platform and broker that Mitch and I use. It's the broker I'm using now, and one of the huge benefits is that I can take, 100, 200, 300 shares, and my commissions are ridiculously cheap, all things considered. So my commissions for this trade is probably less than $5 total. Maybe $6 since I added to it and scaled into it, but really cheap commissions. There's no PDT rule, and for less than $400 you get no PDT rule, a $14,000 funded account, pretty cheap commissions, a decent platform, shorting ability, a trading course, and chat room. Like I said, for less than $400. It makes a ton of sense. And like Sid's talking about here, one of the biggest benefits is that you can actually short anything that's tradable. So I can short MU, I can short AMD, and I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can new traders actually have shorting ability like they do on TradeNet and TEFs with such a small initial investment. Most people are going to make you pay for margin, and that's $2,000 plus. On TEFs and TradeNet, it is less than $400. There is a profit split of 70-30, so it's very similar to a prop firm. So you keep 70%, they keep 30% only of your profit. And there is a $700 max loss, but when you consider everything, you consider the fact that the max loss is $700, but you're only paying $400. There's a lot of huge benefits to TEFs and TradeNet. And so, like this says here, if you could see that Nightbot post where it says want to use the same broker that we do, I have a walkthrough video where I break down their pros and cons. And so go check that video out if you haven't already. And I really do talk about their pros and cons, the biggest being that penny stocks are not tradable. But if you want to actually sign up to them as well, There's the link. Well, we're getting a little bit of a bounce here. $18. Like I said, I'm going to keep that 24 risk. Man, I'm kind of back and forth today. $30 gain, $30 loss. $30 gain, $30 loss. I'll let it work though. I mean, we can still get a flush. It's not quite at my level yet. 25 right here is my risk, roughly 24, 25. So we'll let it work and let it reach that level, but we could always get a flush back down. This level is such a significant level at 24, so we'll see what we get. Same thing with kind of Snap. I might consider Snap if it gets up to the VWAP at 70 as well, with a risk of 5 cents and a reward of 10 cents for a really easy trade in that regard with 200 or 300 shares. If you hit your max loss, they close your account down. Now you can buy 2 intro accounts, but you can only there's a limit in intro accounts. So with their base package, the $400 one, you can only get 2 of them. After that, you have to move up in there. I'm using a pro account, which is a much more expensive account. But with my account here, I get 240,000 in BP. So I have 240,000 in buying power, and my profit split's a little bit better for this one. So we're at 17. But yeah, like I said, you're paying $400 and your max loss is 700. So it just makes sense on a risk reward standpoint. All right, Snap is up there, and so I may take Snap. I'm being a little bit more active today, just kind of like I was yesterday, but that's all right. Let's see. For Snap, I can take 300 shares right here. See if that works out for me. Now I'm going back to MU, which is pretty close to my risk here. $22s. What's up, Justin? I'm kind of so-so. Kind of a break-even day, back and forth day for me. I've literally gone back and forth with $30 loss, $30 gain, $30 loss, $30 gain. Alright, getting pretty close to my max loss on MU. 24s. $25. I'm out. Broke my max loss. Now I'm in Snap. 300 shares in Snap. Very small size relative to the range. We're just looking for a quick 60-cent move. Or 10-cent move down to 60 is the ideal goal here. We can also look at...
Ron.
Yeah, CGC's back at the VWAP there. Same thing with... yeah, CGC's dropping too. Yeah, the Fed news comes out a little bit later, is what's going down.
2 p.m.
Yep.
I mean, I also feel that the Fed news is it's already known in the market.
Yeah, probably is, realistically.
A lot of times, Fed moves are already known.
Yeah. All right, so Snap dropped a little bit here. It's pushing back up some. I could add back to it. Like I said, my risk is just going to maintain at that 75 level. My entry here is perfectly at 70, which is right at the entry level. Maybe I got faked out with MU. Maybe I should have let it test a little bit, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Kind of a break-even day for me.
Would have worked out.
Huh?
HTZ would have worked out.
CGC's right at the view up too.
Yeah, you just got in the, unfortunately, in the wrong one. It bounced back too much. AMD never went back. QCOM hasn't come back.
Yep.
AMAT hasn't come back yet. And the
Roku's faked
spiral
out.
into those 292s.
Yep. All right, so we are getting a little.
You'll get a good follow through.
Yeah, we're getting. I mean, Snap's working out fairly well. I'm up $20 or so in Snap. I'm gonna take 150 off. See if we can get it drop down to 62 is really what we want to see there. Really, I might wait. Yep. All right, so it took half off there. Only have 150 shares left, and we're just going to let this work. See, like I said, guys, it's kind of a completely break-even day. The beautiful thing about the snap trade is that I can use this level as my risk, 5-cent risk, and then a beautiful 10-cent reward. And this is the range I'm attacking here, guys, just so you can kind of see the range. This is the range, very obvious range in snap right there. That's the range I'm attacking. I shorted it at the top, and I'm just covering it at the bottom of that range. That's what I do in almost every VWAP fade trade I take. Alright, so we'll see what we get. AMD, I mean, AMD had that beautiful second fade I should have taken, man. That was pretty for AMD for sure. Such a little break-even day so far. Look at this. Look at this. Almost, it's like $30 gain, $30 loss, $30 gain, $30 loss, $160 loss. But everything else is like right around $30. At least I'm keeping it consistent. I mean, I also don't mind MU here. You know, like using, I could still maintain that 25 risk, and maybe I'm being stubborn with MU here. But like if MU maintains under this 25 level, then it's just going to be a lot more. It's just going to be a lot easier for me here, and I can still maintain that 26 risk. All right, so getting a little bit better move on Snap here, breaking under the lows. We'll see if we can get down to the $50. That's probably where I'll take the rest off. I can't help it with MU. I got to take a little bit, just a little bit here, just because the risk is so small. Alright, so we're getting a drop down to 18 or 58 for Snap here. 58 is what we got. Let's see if that level can hold. And like I said, I'm just going to kind of keep MU. I only got 50 shares here. As long as it kind of maintains under that 26, so I'm only risking like $4 for this trade. Just kind of a weird break-even day for me though. Just back and forth action today. All right. Well, hey Mitch, check your Discord, man. Hold on. All right, a little bit better here for both of these. Like I said, I really like this risk for MU. Um, Very obvious risk. Yeah, Mitch, check your Discord. Just sent you a message. Try that. All right, so I'm liking this risk more and more as time goes on with MU. I know I already got kind of faked out on this one once already. Looking at AMD too. I mean, if AMD gets up to 29, I could still realistically set my risk at like 38, so like less than 10-cent risk. And I like that. It's pretty solid. You heard me, Mitch? Uh, all right, so we are going to move up to the 20s here. For MU, so maybe not being as good here. We'll see. AMD's right back up there too. And I don't want to kind of play with AMD, but I'm going to get in with 100 shares here for AMD. See if we can get that flush down there. We got a spike up here for Snap. Unfortunate. All right, so there we go. A little bit better here. Still kind of patiently waiting. I don't mind adding to AMD. Is the only one I'll consider adding to. Just going to see if Snap is going to break down here or if it's going to bounce back up and maybe can add back to it. So we'll see. Just going to hold these. Trading all of these pretty small. Just trying to let the range play out in some of these. We'll see what we get.
Just hanging out.
All right, so there's a nice little flush for all of these, really. Snaps down to 59. MU is down to 11s.
Oh
And
yeah, I like MUs, but
yeah, it's got that really obvious high right there. I mean, I'm only in it with the 50
yes.
shares. Snap's the one I really want to see break down. I mean, I'm still holding some for Snap, but yeah, this is the reason I took AMD. I put in that very obvious. This is something I talked about on the stream yesterday, and it's something I've been noticing more and more. Whenever a stock puts in a very obvious high like this on MU, a lot of the time it's going to come back down. A lot of the time, when it puts in a high like that and then gets rejected, a lot of the time it's going to come down. And so that's kind of the patterns I've been watching, especially hard in this market. I was thinking about adding to AMD. It doesn't look like I'm going to get that chance, though. But both of these are breaking down nicely. We'll see what we get with some of these. All right, so I might add to this one. So we are getting a bounce back up on MU. AMD's still okay. MU's looking worse. Snap is kind of so-so. Alright, so we are going to move up on MU. It's looking less beneficial here. X had a really nice VWAP bounce. Maybe I should have taken. For this one, though, I got to kind of look at MU. Just such a small risk. I'm only risking a few dollars for this one. And AMD, like I said, I'll add to AMD if it gets up to 30. Hold on one second, guys. We got somebody knocking on my door. All right. So we're looking at AMD here. If AMD can get up to 30, I'll consider it with the risk of 30.41. We'll see if we actually get that. Snap is looking much, much better.
So we got these three holes.
Okay, so I'm looking at Snap. I'm trying to give Snap a little bit more time to wash out here. It's testing the lows of the day. I'm going to see if it can actually break the lows, and if not, just get out. It's a decent gain so far with a $24 gain, but we're going to see if we can break under the $0.50. It's kind of what we're shooting for here. Also, AMD is looking a little bit better. All three of these trades that I'm in are looking a little bit better. We're going to see if we get some larger breakdowns with them, but they're all looking much, much better now. Like I said, the big one I'm watching at this point really is Snap. I'm going to see if Snap can break down. It's testing the lows of the days where it was at before. And AMD, I mean, I can add some to AMD. The volume's pretty light overall with most of these right now. But yeah, with AMD, I mean, I'm just trading it off the range. And that's all I'm looking to take advantage of. So we'll see. Let me go ahead and get out of Snap here. What I'll do with Snap is that if it pops back up here, I'll just add back to it. Decent enough gain for me to just be out of that one already. AMD, and now I can kind of focus on AMD and MU. And this is the range I was looking to take advantage of with MU. Very tiny risk with this trade. Alright, but AMD getting a push up here. Like I said, I'll add to AMD up here. I really don't mind adding to it. See how much of a push we can get. Alright, I added another 100 shares. So I'm in with 300 shares of AMD now. We'll see what we get. You know, if Snap goes down 20 cents more, I mean, it's unlikely considering the range of Snap today. Like the full day range is about 30 cents. And so it's not, if it goes down 20 cents more, I'll definitely be surprised. Yeah, it's my live account, my live pro account. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, I think I milked most out of Snap. Let's see. I mean, I made I made $33 from Snap, and so reasonable gain. I made a few cents. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I'm just taking pretty small sizing and just letting these trades work. All the trades I'm in right now look much, much better. So they're just kind of small trades right now. I'm just kind of letting them work. We're going to see if we can get a little bit larger gain. Ideally, I'm just looking to compensate for commissions on the day. And, you know, it might keep going down to the point. Like, I'm just not trying to get too greedy with Snap here. It could continue dropping. Looks like it's got a lot of support there, so that's the only thing. It could, but it looks like it has built some support there. So the point, happy enough, though. I got out of Snap, and that's going to give me some cushion now. With AMD, I mean, I'm in with 300 now, so we're going to look for that big breakdown down to 30.10 is really what we're looking for. We're only looking for about 12 cents with AMD. If we can get that 12 cents, it'll be a much nicer game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just got to look at the range of Snap. And, I mean, you might be right. It could keep going down, but it's only a 30-cent range on the day, so it's just a very small range. And so moving another 20 cents after the most volatile part of the day is unlikely. I mean, it's possible, but it's just unlikely. In my opinion, at least. And I mean, you see, like, I got out at 55 and it bounces up to 58 now, so probably the right move getting out of it, I would think, but we'll see. Biggest problem with MU is that I didn't take big enough sizing. I think MU is probably going to come back down to the 34 level, 33, 95, 34. Biggest problem with it, like I said, it's just not enough sizing with it. But yeah, go check out Trade Ideas, guys. Like I said, go check out the chat. Super dynamic scanners. Really allows me to do a lot of different stuff. Shows me what's moving in the market. And so go check out Trade Ideas. Definitely enjoy using them, and they make my morning much, much easier. So go check them out. I may be kind of taking a little bit too much risk for AMD. We'll see, you know. It's already faded really obviously once. Like, if you look at AMD here, you can see just a very obvious fade with AMD. Like, look at this fade. Just beautiful fade. You know, I was able to make a little bit with the AMD this morning with this fade right here. But typically when it fades this much already, it's not going to fade again. So maybe I'm risking a little bit too much with AMD here. We'll see. I like the risk. At the very least, it's good risk reward. You know, like if I use this level as my risk at 39 right here, my risk is only about 15 cents, and my reward is from 25, or really from about 30 down to almost, you know, really about 25-cent reward. So almost 2 to 1, not quite though, if I'm being honest, not quite 2 to 1, but pretty good risk reward still. All right, so let's see what my average is with AMD here. My average is 23. It's at 27. It's just about whether I do want to add some more here. Like I said, if I maintain that, if I get close enough, my average is only about 9 cents away from my risk, which I do like. But I got to be a little bit more careful here. There's 29s. Like I said, at this point, I'm honestly considering whether I should add to AMD or what I should really do here. Basically a break-even day. It might get rejected here, and I do like the risk above for AMD, but it also has a chance of squeezing up, and that's the only thing I'm really kind of concerned about. So I'm debating on whether I should add. With 400 shares, I'm going to be down about 40 bucks, and so it's just whether I want to take that risk or not. I think I'll probably just maintain my current share size. Kind of a so-and-so day, break-even day. Maybe overtrading a little bit. $30. I'm just, like I said, it's kind of tempting to add to this one. Just maintaining that 39-cent risk. It's looking a little bit stronger now, honestly. So it's up to 32 here. $33s. MU's not looking as great either.
All right, guys. Don't know if you guys know, but TradeNet is having a sale right now. Releasing the. If you having money problems, I feel bad for you, son.
Yeah,
I got 99 problems, but being rich ain't one.
Yeah, that's the ad they gave us.
Yeah, man. My boy Mir with a big old chain of cigar.
I know, man. You see the email? I got it too.
Yep, but intro program right now, just $3.99. Best thing is we've been giving out that deal for, I don't know, a year now.
Right.
That's the great thing. We do get a promotional deal through TradeNet. You guys can get that intro package.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and give you that self-study course, live trading chat room. You get a trading book and also the demo trading account.
Right. I mean, honestly, like I said, there's a ton of stuff that comes with these accounts. right? There's a ton of stuff that comes with them. So like think about it like this, right? For less than $400, you get 14,000 in buying power. There's no PDT rules, so you can day trade as much as you want. You get a trading course, access to their trading chat room, a demo account to use before you use your live account, and pretty cheap commissions, all things considered. If you use small sizing, the commissions are especially cheap. And so it's a pretty good deal. I fully break it down. Let me delete this one and then I'll repost it so you guys can see. But I fully break it down in my walkthrough of them, and I'll post that link here as well. And I do break down the cons. There are some cons of using TEFs and TradeNet, and so I'll post that link here as well.
Yeah, I think in the end, what we're really trying to push here is just trying to let you guys know, if you guys are starting to trade, you guys need to actually get the live trading under your belt.
Yep.
Best way to get live trading under your belt is to have a small account and not have the stress or worry about that capital.
Yep.
Most traders, they have very small capital to trade with. And this is an ability of you using only $400 versus, let's say, $1,000 or $2,000 in SureTrader. This gives you the ability of getting 2 or 3 of those accounts versus pushing your limits and then realizing, hey, I just blew up another account.
Right.
That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to learn skills.
Yep.
And really that's what we're pushing, is that by trading live with TradeNet, you're going to be able to develop those skills that you need to either turn your account in TradeNet into a nice profit, or take your skills from TradeNet and move them into a broker and go ahead and make your gains.
It's just a much cheaper option, than most. All right, so here's the squeeze. I'm out of AMD. There's the squeeze up. So bit unfortunate, and it's kind of been a break-even day. But yeah, so it looks like it's another red day for me.
Definitely, guys. Hurry up. Don't miss out on this great deal. You guys want to go ahead and learn how to trade with us every single day. Don't forget to check out TradeNet. And of course, check out our scanners. If you guys like the top scanners alerts in the industry, you guys should definitely check out Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas can let you build customized scanners, not only the basic scanners, but if you'd like, we could also get you those momentum scanners that we've already built.
Yep.
And certain scanners that we can go ahead and give you, especially the gaps, certain things like this. Can go ahead and set you up. I would definitely check them out. They have great demos also. If you just want to check it out, see how the program works.
Yep. Yeah, honestly, market's not looking too hot for me today. So I got squeezed up with AMD, and my MU trade is squeezing me up. So it is
it's
what it
looking
is.
like I'm not going to take a trade today. So
yeah, probably the right move.
Yes.
Yeah, probably the right move, brother. All right, guys, I'm probably going to close it down after this MU trade. We'll see how it goes, but it's getting awfully close to my risk here as well. The good thing about MU is that it didn't... The problem I have with AMD at this point, too, is that it faked me out here again. I've been getting faked out a ton today. MU did it. AMD just did it. 38. We'll see. I mean, AMD... It's just about whether I want to jump back in it or not. I'm roughly break even on the day with AMD. Let me see. I'm only down $20 on average with AMD, so not too shabby, but probably not going to risk it. Looks like it's getting a little bit too strong. But yeah, I'll probably end up closing it down here, guys. Looks like it's going to be another losing day. And that's okay. Like I said, I had 17 green days in a row. And so losing days, it is what it is. Losing days are going to happen. I can't really complain too much. 17 green days in a row and then having 2 losing days. Like I said, I can't really be too upset. Definitely built up a lot of profits, almost over $1,000 in gross profits in my account in the last 30 days. And so having about a $100 loss, maybe a $150 loss is reasonable. And so, yeah, that's probably it for me today, guys. Don't know if I'm going to get into anything else. And I'm still holding MU. I'll let you guys know how that goes, and I'll update you guys if I do get into anything else. But yeah, good luck for the rest of the day. Go check out our walkthrough video. There's the link above. You can also check out our strategy section of our website. That has a lot of good information there as well. So go check those out. Have a good day. We'll see you all a little bit later. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the like button if you appreciate our free content here. and we'll be back tomorrow. Good luck, guys.